Hey everyone, we've got a special guest here. Kate is just about to go to bed and wanted to say hi.
Hi.
All right, so say goodnight.
Night.
All right, welcome back. You have made it to week 2 Wednesday, and today we're going to combine the things that you did on Monday and Tuesday into one grand, fantastic, fun event. All right, so grab your pen, pencil, paper, hit a pause, jot down the stuff I've already got down, and then hit play and join me. We are going to be doing both GCF and perfect squares in the same problem every single time. So before we get to the homework and the questions that we're going to have, please let me tell you now, yes, every single one of them will have a GCF that you will have to take out first. All right, so let's take a look at example number 1, 16 minus 4x squared. So the first thing I want you to think about is GCF. So is there something that divides evenly into 16 and 4x squared? You're right if you said 4. So I'm going to pull a 4 out. I hope you remember that I always showed that division from our Monday video. All right, what is 16 divided by 4? What is 4x squared divided by 4? And make sure you keep that sign in between them. If there were 2 terms here, there have to be 2 terms in the parentheses. Now, second, I want you to look in the parentheses and factor more. That was supposed to be an exclamation point. All right, so look in the parentheses. Are there 2 terms? Are they attached by subtraction? Are they both square rootable? And they are. So keep your GCF, don't lose her, and break down 4 minus x squared into the 2 sets of parentheses. What is the square root of 4? What is the square root of x squared? And then what signs go in the middle when I need them to multiply to give me a negative? 1 positive, 1 negative. And you know I like to put the positive first just because we're in a positive mood here in math land in the Howard kitchen. All right, let's take a look at the second one. (5x squared minus 45). First, GCF. What goes into both 5x squared and 45? 5. Always put it in front because it's like we're undoing the distributive property. So we need it to be in front of parentheses. I'm going to write the 5 underneath just to remind me what I'm dividing out. 5x squared divided by 5 is x squared. 45 divided by 5, 9. Second, look in the parentheses and factor more. Keep your GCF out front. Don't lose her. She's very important. X squared minus 9. What's the square root of x squared? That comes first. What's the square root of 9? That goes second. Since 9 was second, the square root of 9 goes second. And then we just have to have opposite signs. It does not matter which one goes where, regardless of what I tell you. Check out a third one. What goes into 12x squared that also goes into 3? 3 does. Going to divide both terms by 3 to undo that distribution. That's what factoring is undoing the multiplication. That's why we're dividing. The opposite of multiplication is division. 12x squared divided by 3 is 4x squared. Minus 3 divided by 3 leaves you with 1. Look in the parentheses. Are there 2 terms? Are they attached by subtraction? Can they be square rooted? If the answer to all 3 of those questions is yes, then go further. 2 sets of parentheses for perfect squares every time. Square root of 4x squared, square root of 4x squared, square root of 1. And there you go. What signs? Just opposites. Anytime you need to take a break and go back one, or you need to take a pause because I'm going too fast, hit pause. Don't be afraid to do this at your own pace. Number 4. But do be writing these down. I think number 4 and 5 are my trickiest ones. They're also my last ones. What goes into 27x cubed and 12x? Ooh, did you hear me say x at the end of that? Because x is part of the GCF. Now, not in the middle. What goes into 27 that also goes into 12? 3. So I'm not going to pull out just a number. I'm also going to pull out a letter. Remember the lowest exponent? Well, x cubed and x to the first, so I'm going to pull out an x to the first. divide by 3x, which is actually wonderful because I can't square root x cubed. I can only square root even exponents because I have to take half of them, and half of 3 is not a nice number. So dividing by 3x, I'm left with 9x. Ooh, what's 3 minus 1? 9x squared. 12 divided by 4. X divided by x, gone. X divided by x is just 1, so we don't have to write that because we have the 4. Two terms, attached by subtraction. Both can be square rooted, the 9x squared and the 4. Square root of 9x squared, you should be pretty good at this now. And square root of 4, 2 and 2. And just opposite signs, makes no difference which one goes where. So keep in mind that your answer could also be 3x times 3x plus 2 times 3x minus 2. I don't care what order it is as long as you've got 3x, a 3x plus 2, and a 3x minus 2. And the last one we will do today, so then you can get on to your homework and celebrate a wonderful Wednesday. What goes into 116x squared? They don't both have a variable, so it's only going to be a number this time. I don't know a whole lot about 100, but I know a lot about 16, so I think the GCF is just 4. Divide that 4 out. How many times does 4 go into 100? 25. 16 divided by 4 leaves me with 4x squared. Two terms attached by subtraction. Both able to be square rooted. Square root of 25. Square root of 4x squared. Don't lose that x. And then opposite signs in the middle. All right. Oops. If you need me, drop me an email. Some of you have my phone number now. Get a hold of me any way you can. Please be in touch if you need anything at all. Go straight to Wednesday homework, week 2 Wednesday homework. Don't go back to week 1. Week 2 Wednesday homework. Get that done. Send me a picture attached to the assignment, and we'll get you moving right along to day 4, Thursday. All right. Have a good one. Take care.